Peace in, family. Pray you guys are well today. Again, the spiritual game is on and popping, family. And today I want to talk about something that many of you lot have heard about before. However, a lot of people get this concept misconstrued. So we're going to talk about karma and alchemizing karma. So we're going to call this one karma alchemy, right? Now, there's a big saying, family, karma is a bitch, right? And so that saying, which is embedded in our culture, karma is a beat, right? That already dresses karma as a negative thing. Puts a negative connotation around karma. Now, I teach about spiritual law. I'm a student of spiritual law, Kemetic spiritual law, family. And in the Pauneteru, which is the tree of life system that talks about how our spirit is designed, the layers and levels to our spirit that makes us whole, there is a law known as Herukuti. That law represents divine justice, and divine justice is in itself what we mean when we say karma, right? And the law of Herukuti says this. Listen to this. It says, know that God neither punishes nor rewards nor protects. You will have the comfort of controlling this for yourself. That's deep. Listen to this again. Know that God neither punishes, rewards, or protects. You will have the comfort of controlling this for yourself. Now, I'm here to tell you, family, as your spiritual game today, start to understand that that is how karma works. If you want to transform what is coming into your life, if you want to play your game at a new level, if you want to redesign your relationship, your rhythm with life, and start to attract things in your life that represent manifestations of your abundance, your happiness, your health, your wealth, your success, family, as an automatic experience, then you have to start understanding karma and its spiritual game. This is game 5, family. Know that God neither punishes. God does not punish. God does not reward. God does not protect. You, as the vehicle for the Spirit of the Most High Creator, will have the comfort of controlling this for yourself. It is akin to saying that if I give you a Mercedes Benz, if you get a new Benz, a new A-Class or whatever, yeah, the person who manufactured that vehicle isn't responsible for you driving to work. Or they're not responsible for how you even drive in the car when they give it to you. They're not responsible for how fast you drive or what road you decide to drive on. That's not their responsibility. They're not in charge. Neither do they control any of that. Once the vehicle has been made with all of its gears and functions and systems, right? With all of its capabilities, right? You get a Lamborghini and you're going 150 miles an hour in 10 seconds. That's your business. If you want to do that on a 20 mile an hour road, that's up to you and your foot speed. But the manufacturer, once he makes that car, when you get into that, when you inhabit that vehicle, you are now in control of where you go, what you get from it, how you use it, how you utilize it, right? And this is the same that our Creator says for us. Again, in spiritual law number 5 is called Herukuti, and it deals with the law of karma, divine justice. Divine justice represents that which comes to you automatically in life. You didn't call for it. You weren't even necessarily aware of it, but it comes to you as a part of your rhythm. Why does this happen to you versus what happens to the next person? Why does your life path move on a particular rhythm versus your brother or a sister who grew up in the same house as you? Why? Because every single person is in their own spiritual game, and each game has its story and therefore its karmic narrative. So that means There are certain things you are going to have to do. There's certain things you are going to have to honor that will look different to the person standing next to you, to the person right there in your own house. This could be your wife, your spouse, your brethren, your family, your sister, your parents. And sometimes that may manifest as what you call luck, what you call benefits and opportunities. And sometimes that manifests in what you will call bad luck, or what you define as missed opportunities and mishaps, right? Everyone, the idea is that everyone is given life, and with that life, they're given narratives and stories that they have to fulfill in order to extract the benefits of this life, which is happiness, health, wealth, right? And peace, pleasure, success. Everyone has been given a life pre-installed with your own soul contracts that you have to fulfill. And so two people can do the same thing, and it will have two completely different karmic responses based on the story arc that you are here to fulfill. So the question is, how do we make karma a benefit for us? How do we alchemize our karma? How do we use karma to our benefit? How do we not make karma a B, but make karma a blessing, right? How do we make karma something that works in our favor? Do this for me. Say this affirmation every day. All experiences come to me as a natural call and response to my own energy. One more time. All experiences come to me as a natural call and response to my own energy. So the beginning stages of masterminding your karma, family, is controlling your behavior, controlling your energetic program, and your response to what happens. You can't control what comes at you, family. And this is why they say God doesn't reward, God doesn't protect, and God doesn't punish. You can't control what comes at you, but you can control how you respond. And this will determine whether what comes at you, whether it be positive on the outside or negative on the outside, it will control what you do, or the final result of what happens to you. You feeling me? So for example, we know many people go through hardships in life. Yes. And some of the most successful people that we've seen out there, family, some of the most successful people have been able to turn their hardships, their challenges into blessings. They become the reason they are successful. The reason your challenges become the reason you make a lot of money, or the reason that you bless others, or the reason that you take charge of your life and put yourself around good company. So the challenge itself isn't the negative thing, or isn't the punishment. The punishment is what you do with what comes to you. You see? Again, you can win the lottery, or be given a cash reward of 10,000, 20,000 pounds, and use that money to put yourself in circumstances that leave your life in a terrible situation. Was that a punishment, or was that a reward? Some people get money and go drink it away. Some people get money and go spend it on sex workers or drugs or illegal activities, family. Some people get money and put themselves in circumstances that represent themselves outside of their character. Is that a punishment, or is it a reward? On the onset, money can seem like a reward. But if the money leads you to degrade yourself, then you just punish yourself by default. This is why spiritual law says that God does not punish, God does not reward, and God does not protect. You will have the comfort of controlling these for yourself. To truly understand that, family, we have to understand God's position in our lives, right? Imagine there's 8.5 billion people in this world. Our Creator lives as a common ingredient, or an essential ingredient, in every single living thing, including us, animals and plants. And the purpose for our lives is so that our Creator can enjoy life itself. Outside of the unique, compartmentalized, individual human beings and creatures that are created, our Creator is all, knows all, sees all, and so therefore cannot experience dynamically the wonder and beauty of itself. Our Creator must create individual or conditioned bodies and people that represent different aspects, different energies of itself. Imagine being the all. Here's a good example. Let me see if I got anything. Right, hold on. Hold on. Let me see. Ooh. Here's a good example, right? This is my daughter's Play-Doh. Yeah? Boom. This is the Creator, right? The Creator says, I can be, the Creator says, I can be anything I want to be. I am everything. Woo. I am everything. I can be anything. I can be anything I want. Yeah? Look at Play-Doh. The Creator says, I can be anything I want. Yes? This is divine potential. This is all wisdom. This is all power, all intelligence. This is all seeing. The Creator is this. What is this? This has no emotional state. This has no emotional expression. When you look at this, you don't feel anything. There is no identity here. There is no design other than the colors maybe, right? But if I have just this Play-Doh and I separate them, yes? And I make one, I'm not going to do it now, but let's say I mold one into, this is going to be hilarious. But let's say I mold one into a man, right? I fashion one of these Play-Dohs into a man. And then oh gosh. And then I fashion one into a woman. Oh, yeah, I said. And then I fashion one into a woman, right? Now we have dynamic. Now we have, look, from the same essential matter, we've been able to create two different entities, right? And now I name this one woman. Why has my woman got no arms though? What's going on? Sorry, babes. Hold on. Let me give babe some arms. Got you out here with no arms. Baby girl, why you got no arms, girl? I'm sorry, girl. You know you gotta have some arms. Hold on. What kind of Play-Doh is this? It's mushy. You guys get the point, but I'm gonna drive it home. Hold on, let me give you a face. You're lucky I don't make some hair in this joint. Hold on. There you go. Sorry, I flattened your chest a little bit. Right? Okay. So now baby's got some arms, yeah? And a long head. But now look, from one piece of matter that had all possibilities in it, that had all ideas in it, that could have been anything, I have now fashioned man and woman. And now as separate entities, as separate forms that still carry the same, essential nature, they can now interact. Oh, hi. I don't want to go out today. I want to go to the nail shop. Baby, I want to sit down with you and hug you and love you. No, not today. I'm going out with my girls, okay? Come on, baby. I want to show you my new style. Oh, really? I love you. What do you want for breakfast? Oh, me? I just want some cookies. Oh, you want some cookies? I want cookies too. But you know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about that chocolate chip. I want that chocolate chip cookie, girl. You know what kind of cookies I want. Come on, girl, let's make some love. You get it? Yeah. Yeah. So you got two separate entities, family, right? And this is the purpose our Creator made us for. We ain't complicating this. You were created simply to enjoy life itself. Your Creator, whatever you call your Creator, God, Mungu, Allah, Ti, Oludumare, Gai, Yahweh, Jah, Rastafari, whatever you call your Creator, family, you were created to be a creative with your Creator. You see? The narratives that you live, the stories that you have are only there so that you can go on a unique experience, a unique journey of God's realm. You see what I'm saying, family? And so in this way, once you understand that, you understand that your Creator only seeks for you to enjoy life. And so even when you've been created with a story that has challenges, you know, you may have been born with a deformity, or you may go through life where the person you was with all of a sudden leaves your life at a certain stage, right? And you've got to figure this out until you meet someone else, right? Whatever story has been written around you, the number one purpose is that so the Creator can experience these variant states of itself and ultimately come back to peace, which shows itself that it can enjoy life. We all know people who've been through hardships. We all know the stories of the Mother Teresas of the world, the Gandhis or the Bob Marleys or the Martin Luther King, the Malcolm X, the Marcus Garveys, the who's on your poster, right? We all know people who've been through hardships, and those hardships have been the very things that have made them the beautiful, graceful, wonderful human being that we all learn about later on. And I'm saying your story, family, isn't filled with challenges because your Creator hates you. It's filled with challenges and circumstances of affliction so that you can connect deeper with your true identity, overcome, and find peace and pleasure in living. So how do we alchemize our karma, family? We alchemize our karma, one, by recognizing that even though we've been made as individuals, that our true nature is the same. What makes us, what designs us, is the same essential fabric, family. And therefore, you at any moment can choose to define and imagine your story how you wish. Because your Creator's only objective is to enjoy life through you. Now remember, once you've been extracted from the Creator, once the Creator extracts you from the primordial soup, the ooze, and starts to fashion you through the God known as your mother, right? That's when your story begins. Your story, your journey in your soul contract begins, right? And in your making, you've been given powers, you've been given vulnerabilities, you've been given ancestors, meaning your history, your legacy that's built into your system, your blood, your DNA, and all of that designs the story that you are here to walk and the purpose you are here to fulfill. But every step of the way, your Creator never leaves you because your entire design is made of your Creator. Are you following me? You can't be without God. That's why in African languages, there's no word for atheist. There's no word for I don't believe in God, because every indigenous language recognizes that the vessel itself is a fabric. of the Creator. So today, family, I want you to get in your karma alchemy. If your life has presented challenges to you, if you found yourself in circumstances that you feel are unfavorable, I want you to, with liberty, use your imagination to see how you can turn this experience, right? And the heavier the experience, the better. How you can turn this experience into a reward for yourself. How you can turn the challenge into your own luck. Yes? If you want to know how to do this, family, I'm going to be doing more videos on this, trust me. But those of you who want one-on-one guidance, click the link you see below and I'm going to sit with you to help you understand your spiritual game. Meaning all the powers, all of the natural ways that you can cultivate success, happiness, health, and wealth in your life based on who you are, not based on who the next person is, but based on how you've been made. This is what I help people with, to play your spiritual game, because that's the only reason you're here, family. I want to big you guys up, man. And whatever game you're playing today, play it with all your heart. That's the Waroho way, man. Family, peace in, love out. I'll catch you on the other side.